welcome all of you in today's EVS session. In today's session, we are going to see lesson number 8, the value of food. The name of this chapter is the value of food. So, let's see. To see the value of food, we are going to see a story. So, Arjun and Varsha are brother and sister. They love to eat hot bajra bhakris with butter. Mother makes a number of other dishes for them to eat with bhakris. They like those too. Now, children, can you tell what could be those dishes that mother makes to go with bhakris? What are those dishes made from? In Varsha and Arjun's home, they use a lot of other foodstuffs too. From where they are obtained? They are obtained from wheat, rice, jowar, pulses, sugarcane, karvanda, jamun, boar, honey, saltwater fish and salt, freshwater fish, singadas. Singadas are known as water chestnuts and makhanas. They are lotus seeds, fruits and vegetables, meat and eggs. So these are the different foodstuffs made of. Often when serving Varsha and Arjun a meal, mother says, take only as much as you want. Food shouldn't get wasted. One day, Arjun asked her mother, Mother, why do you tell this to us every day? Mother answered, why should we waste any good thing? Besides, we must give a thought to how we get the food we eat. Let me tell you the story of bhakri. So now let us see the story of bhakri. You know, Dada, my father is a farmer, and you know that schools have summer vacations. When I was small, we often went to my mother's fields riding on his tractor. That would be time for reading the field. Father would attach different implements to tractor to carry out various farming tasks. First, he would plow the fields and then crush the lumps of soil. Finally, would level the field to make it ready for sowing. The pre-monsoon showers would make the hot soil humid. That was the time father would sow bajra. Within some days, the bajra seeds sprout and the seedlings are seen above the ground. Along with the bajra, weeds also flourish. But they have to be removed. My father would employ laborers to do that. The laborers have to be paid. Rainwater is enough for bajra to grow vigorously. After a while, ears of bajra appear on every stalk. The grain forms and the ears grow fuller. As the grains grow, birds come in flocks to eat the tender grains. Then scarecrows have to be set up and slingshot used to frighten the birds away. When the ears of corn are full, it is harvest time. That is, all the ears of bajra must be cut and gathered. Then follows threshing and winnowing. That is how we get the grain from the ears of bajra. Varsha said, I understood cutting and gathering. But what is threshing and winnowing? So mother said, alright. Let's see further. Dada uses machine for threshing and winnowing. In the machine, threshing and winnowing are done at the same time. The harvested ears are put into machine. The grain gets separated and falls into a bag tied to the machine. The chaff and other rubbish gets blown off. When there were no machines, bullocks were made to help with the threshing. For winnowing, a person stands a little higher up and slowly allows the threshed grains to fall to the ground. The chaff is carried away by the drought and the grain falls down in a heap. The machine helps to finish the work quickly, but labor and expense have to be put in any case. Children, do you know If a machine is not available, bullocks do the threshing. A round space is cleared in the field and the threshing floor is prepared. A post is erected at its center and a bullock is tied to it. The bullock walks in circle around the post. The harvested ears are spread in round space so that they get trampled upon the bullock. If the crop is large in quantity, a bigger place is prepared and more bullocks are used together. Threshing may go on for several days. For the bullocks too, this is heavy work. The grains obtained after winnowing is filled in sacks. Proper care is taken to make sure that it will not be attacked by insects or other pests such as mice and rats. After putting aside some grain for the family, the remaining sacks are sent to the marketplace to be sold. When the traders there buy the grain, the farmer gets money for the crop that he has sown. The grain that traders buy is sold all over the country. It is transported by means of trucks or goods train. It is in turn of porters and truck drivers to put in their labor. Transport costs a lot too. Sacks of grain reach the provision stores. People buy the grain from them. They sort out any stones or rubbish to clean the grain. They get it milled into flour. Then, while cooking, the flour is kneaded into lumps. The lumps are then flattened into a bakri and roasted. We spend on fuel too, and thus at the end of all this, the bakri appears in Varsha's and Arjun's plate. So children, this was the story of bakri. How is bakri made and how do we get grains for doing that bakri? Now children, do you know singadas and makhanas are some special foods that are not very common. They are obtained from freshwater plants. Much work has to be done to collect, clean, dry, store and transport them. Other foodstuffs, we get fish from water. Fishermen work hard to catch them. There are people who gather and sell fruits like amla, jamun, karwanda, bor, which grow in forests. Some people have vegetable farms, while some people have orchards for growing fruit crops. Some people keep poultry. Some rare animals for milk and meat. All these people put in a lot of hard work in their own occupations. We get a great variety of foodstuffs as a result of the efforts. The efforts and labor of many other people are also required for storing, transporting and marketing them, as well as preparing the various dishes we eat. All these processes are expensive. Therefore, it is necessary for all of us to take care that food is not wasted. Now children, in this chapter we have learned the foodstuffs we use come from many different places such as fields, lakes, the seas and forests. Starting from preparing the fields till storing the grain in warehouses, many different kinds of tasks are carried out for growing crops. Harvesting, threshing and winnowing are some of these tasks. After that, the crop is transported, sold and prepared for eating. Only then do we get food on our plates. As with growing grain, much hard work goes into producing other foodstuffs too. We must all take care to ensure that food is not wasted. Children, always remember we get a variety of foodstuffs through the efforts of many different people. Let us always be grateful to them. Now children, read the chapter number 8 3 times and after that complete your workbook in neat and clean handwriting. Thank you. Bye.